12 part 1, we're talking about rational numbers. And so this is going to involve a lot of writing fractions with decimals, decimals with fractions, stuff like that. So the first thing we need to do is define what a rational number is. A rational number is a number that can be written as a quotient of two integers. So if you look at this diagram over here, and what we're saying is that rational numbers include integers and whole numbers. So whole numbers are the most specific than integers and rational numbers. So a rational number is a number that can be written as a quotient of two integers. So the first thing, and I apologize for this being a little bit blurry, it says show that the number is rational by writing it as a quotient of two integers. So we're saying these are rational, we just need to prove it. So quotient means I'm going to write it as a fraction, so negative 14 as a fraction would be negative 14 over 1. For number 2, I have 0.65, which I say in words as 65 hundredths. So to write it as a fraction, I can write it as 65 over 100. If I wanted, I could reduce that. And then for number 3, I have a mixed number. So this has a fraction, but it's not a quotient right now. So I need to turn this into an improper fraction, which is just 3 times 2 plus 1 over 3. So that's going to give me 7/3 how I write that. So for the next section, it says writing fractions as decimals. So it says write the fraction or mixed number as a decimal. So this hopefully will be reviewed, but let's go over it real quick. So I had 8 divided by 25. So if I'm going to divide that, I'm going to put 25 outside of the house, 8 inside of the house. 25 cannot go into 8, so I put a 0, decimal, decimal, put another 0. 25 goes into 83 times. 3 times 25 is 75. So 5, pull down to 0. 25 goes into 50 twice. So it says write the fraction or mixed number to decimal, so my decimal is 0.32. If you notice, I have a negative up front, so it means negative 0.2. Next up, it says, next up I have 2 and 5 11ths. So I know that 2 is going to be my whole number for my decimal, so I just need to worry about 5 over 11. So 11 outside of the house, 5 on the inside. 5 cannot go, 11 cannot go into 5. So put a 0, decimal 50. 11 goes into 54 times. That will give me 46. Sorry, 44. This will give me. I'm going to start over because I made a total mess of that. So 11 into 5 goes in 0 times 0. 3 times the term. 11 goes into 54 times. 4 times 11 is 44. There we go. 50 minus 44 is 6. Drop down to 0. 11 goes into 65 times, so it's 55. So that'll give me 5. Drop down to 0. And if you notice, as I go through this, I'm going to have the same thing repeating over and over. So the way I'm going to write this is 2.45 with a line over the 4 and 5. And both of those are equal. Alright, so that's writing fractions as decimals. The next section says writing decimals as a fraction. Okay, so write the decimal as a fraction or mixed number. My first decimal is 0.38, which if you just say that in words is 38 hundredths. So I'm going to write that 38 over 100, and then I want to simplify that. So I can divide them both by 2. I'll get 19 over 50. For number 2, I have negative 8.4, so I know that I'm going to wind up with a mixed number, and I'm going to have negative 8 up front. So that's 8 and 4/10, so I can write 4 over 10, and then when I simplify that, I'll get negative 8 and 2/5. And then the last part on this page says to order the number from least to greatest. So in order to order them, I need to have them all in the same form. So if you look right now, I have fractions and I have decimals. So I need to turn them all into the same form. So negative 6 over 11, if I write that as a decimal, I would get negative 0.54 repeating. Negative 0.55 is already a decimal. Negative 0.5 repeating is already a decimal. Negative 27 over 50. When I turn that into a decimal, I get negative 0.54. So I need to put these in order from least to greatest, and I'm working with negatives on it. So I have negative 0.54, 54, etc. I have negative 0.55. I have negative 0.5 repeating. And then I have negative 0.54. So remember, since they're negative, the biggest number is actually going to be the smallest one. Okay, so that makes this the least, negative 0.5 repeating. That's all 5. That makes negative 0.55 second. That makes negative 0.54 repeating third. And negative 0.54 would be the greatest. So when I write these in order from least to greatest, so I have to put them in their original form. So first is going to be negative 0.5 repeating. Then I'm going to have negative 0.55. Then I'm going to have negative 6 over 11. And then negative 27 over 50. So those are all in order from least to greatest. Number 2, I'll leave for you to put in order. So put them in the same form and in order from least to greatest. On the back side, it says Susan lives 2/3 of a mile from school. Ruben lives 5/8 of a mile from school. Sam lives 7/10 of a mile from school. Write each fraction as a decimal. Who lives the furthest from school? So first thing I want to do, or have to do, is turn all of these fractions into decimals. So Susan lives 2/3 of a mile away. When I make that a decimal, I get 0.6 repeating. Ruben lives 5/8 away. When I make that a decimal, I get 0.625. And Sam lives 7/10 of a mile. When I make that a decimal, I get 7. So now they're all in the same form, so I can compare them. The furthest one away is going to be Sam. 0.7 is the biggest. Alright, there's some review problems for you on here. Make sure you get all those done. Some simplifying problems, and then these common multiple. Every problem needs to be done. Every problem needs to be graded.